trying to meet your concern, but simplify it. We'd rather, this is the one about when is the LSP retained and that inspection done. So we'd rather not get into the, possible conflict with the Conservation Commission and all of that. What I think will do it, and simply, is just say that after the demolition of the building, but before obtaining the building permit, the applicant shall perform a 21E report, and then, the rest of the language is fine.
What, after demolition of the building, but before?
Before obtaining a building permit.
Well, wouldn't you have it before you remove the tanks?
Yeah, that's what I thought we were talking about.
Not the building permit.
Well,
You have to do it before the tanks anyway.
You have to do it then.
You got,
yeah,
That's fine,
so,
yeah, that's fine.
yeah, I get, yeah, that distinguishing the building from the actual tanks underground, that's fine. So after demolition of the building, but before removing
Removal of
the
the
tanks.
underground
Yeah.
tanks.
Then the applicant, you
Shall, right,
get rid of
then-
the stuff about Concom and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, right.
Just say the applicant shall engage. Yeah, that will
Right.
do it.
Okay.
So leaving in about Concom or?
no.
Taking it
No,
out.
no, we're
Concom.
just,
60 days is out, there's a specific
60
time
days,
frame
right.
for it to be done, which is the important
so it'll
time
start to,
period.
it'll start to read, after demolition of the building, but before removal of the tanks, the applicant shall engage the services of a licensed site professional who will do a 21E report. No building permit's gonna be issued until the report indicates that everything's fine, or the applicant has removed and mitigated such oil or hazardous materials.
Yep, agreed.
Okay?
Yep.
Great.
And then the only other one was the business about the time limit on construction, which, Steve's even more nervous after I told him I couldn't give a good zoning opinion and lenders might get spooked. And so, I don't think I'm being unreasonable to try to be firm on that, because again, you have adequate protection in terms of what the lapse provisions are, and, the pragmatics of this project, like I said, not being phased, and then thirdly, the fact that, again, if the building construction is started and for some reason it sits there for, I believe it's either it's somewhat, I can't remember if it's a 6-month period or a year, but somewhat within the judgment of the building inspector, at some point a building permit's gonna lapse, you just can't sit out there anyway, so it's kind of self-controlling anyway. So I just have a real problem with my position and my client's positions with the lenders if it stays in there.
What paragraph is that? I forgot.
It's
Uh,
paragraph
25, page 10.
25 on
It was
page
crossed out,
10.
construction and
But I would point out to the board that actually, I did say that on page 12, in paragraph 38, that under normal circumstances, as Peter says, this comprehensive permit expires if you don't start construction within 3 years. I have put in language, and Peter hasn't changed it, which says that for the purposes of this paragraph only, commencement of construction is defined as the demolition of the building. So that 3 years is gonna start to run from when they take the building down,
Okay.
not from when they start to build a new construction. So I think that does give us, sort of a shorter time period, than they might otherwise have.
Okay.
Because as I said, it's gonna start from demolition.
So then are you willing to take out
So I'd be
paragraph
willing to
25?
Take out
that.
25.
Okay,
25.
that's fine. I mean, we don't want to do anything either intentionally or inadvertently that's going to cause you to run afoul of any financing stuff, so.
Yeah, exactly. That's
not
why,
our- That's not our intent.
No, understood, and I appreciate it.
And I think the point that, it probably works more appropriately with a phased project than it
Yep.
does with a
Exactly,
single.
exactly. No, been there, done that, and,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
All right, so you're
I'm
gonna
gonna-
do a draft, we'll all have a chance to
We can
look at
discuss
it.
Whatever, yes.
Everyone will look at it, and then we'll come back, and we'll have final discussion about the draft, and then we'll vote on a final form of decision.
Right.
So it's just a matter of picking a date, and you had given us some options.
This is the only thing that's on the calendar right now, on the town website.
Those are the only dates that are currently,
That are currently taken.
so that means we can't have those dates?
No, we can, depends on the loan.
Is it better for us to have them on those dates because things are otherwise going? Is that
No,
your point?
no, we can do it anytime. I was just looking at this to see if you picked out a date and then this one wasn't available.
Mm-hmm.
We'd love to celebrate St. Patrick's Day with you.
What's a reasonable period of time, Kathleen? I'd like to get this done.
I'm gonna do this while I remember what it was, so,
Let me see this.
Don't worry, I'll
quite
correct you.
honestly.
If you turn it on the other way, you can.
Well, I
see
can
what
read my
room you're in.
handwriting.
I don't know if we necessarily need to allow
Okay,
it, but-
we don't need a big room. You don't like Tuesdays, right? How about March 18th?
I'm here for the hearing on H&W.
Yeah.
For March 8th?
Well, I know it's just a meeting,
I'll
but
be
I
away.
have a
The Randolph
That's
Drive
only a
meeting.
couple weeks from.
Right, you're gonna be
Yeah.
away?
I'm away the
I could be
12th to the
doing
19th.
another ZBA.
Okay.
Are you okay with that, or should? No. On the 18th, I have another zoning board hearing further away.
Somehow I've lost us. Yeah.
The 12th through the
I'll find it.
19th out anyway.
Yeah. And the 24th and the 31st don't work for you, Frank, is that?
Right, those 2 Tuesdays don't work for me because I need to be in Rhode Island. I'm in front of the legislature,
Mm.
both nights.
Wow.
So a Thursday's better for you?
Yeah, Thursday the 26th works for me.
That one doesn't work for me.
And-
How about
and,
the following Tuesday? I think it's like April 2nd.
31st, oh,
How
April.
about, oh, he's away till the
Yeah,
19th.
If we get into April, I have a problem for the first week because I'm having cataract surgery on the 1st, so I'll be out of commission until the middle of the following week.
March 26th?
I am gonna be away.
Do you want to meet next week?
How about next week?
I can do it next week.
Next week, when?
I have a hearing the 10th.
You know what, I can do the 10th. My problems with Tuesdays are the last 2 Tuesdays in March, so Tuesday the 10th is okay with me.
It's okay with me, too.
I have one at 7:30.
We Concom.
With Concom, the 10th. If they wanna do it.
What does that mean?
Can't be two places at the same time? Unless we did it.
Why don't we do it, what if we did it at 7:30, 7 o'clock or 6:30?
Yeah.
6:30 on the 10th?
That's fine with me.
That's good,
Is
because
that
we
all right?
have to be, we have our
I-
next
I-
Concom hearing.
yeah.
Is that all right?
6:30 on March 10th?
Yeah, I don't
Great.
expect it to be very long.
Yeah, I would agree.
Do you guys wanna do it in the John Cronin?
I can only do it here. Oh, no, just kidding.
Would that work
I
for
want the
everybody?
biggest room that's being used that night. That's important to me.
Does that make you feel better?
Wherever you want us to go, we'll go.
I would love to have the John Cronin, because I'm meeting in there
Wonderful.
afterwards.
I just don't want Leonard to have a bigger room than me. That's key.
And he will be on that, he'll be in the same room that night.
All right, whatever room you put us in, 6:30 March 10th, we'll be there.
This building, but some different room?
Yes.
Upstairs.
Second floor?
Okay.
Mary, we have a selectmen's meeting scheduled, tentatively scheduled for 6 o'clock that night
Oh, you do?
in the corner room.
Okay, why don't we do it right down here at 6:30 then?
It's a little bit up in the air because of the Concom meeting at the moment.
Okay.
It's the tentative plan today.
Well, we'll do it down here at 6:30 then.
That's fine. Blue room, 6:30.
That's March 10th.
Okay. Thank you all.
Great, thank you very much.